Last year, 564 million tourists, which is about 58% of world total, visited Europe. In comparison, only 85% visited Asia and Pacific and 17% North and South Americas. This movie attempts to showcase what are feasts for eyes and mind.
So when the next time we see in the cricket match, lots will think. I'll walk. You can comfortably take the match.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I'm through.
Here, you actually showed our bowlers.
Quite quiet because it is at this time that most people are at work and the shops have only just started to open up. But from 12 o'clock onwards it is crazy along here. There are so many people who come shopping. Now as you make our way along, going past a huge variety of shops, soon on the right specialised in dresses, and on the left there is Primark, the very cheap shop that I was telling you about. Oxford Street itself is actually 2 miles long. Here we're at the very western end of it, but it goes a long way back. On your right hand side, and you'll see the white structure in the middle of the roundabout, and that's Marble Arch, just down there on your right hand side. And making our way down this road, if you look to your right, across the road, you'll see all the trees and the grass, and that is Hyde Park. That is actually the largest park, the largest green space in central London. It's nice, isn't it? They call it the lungs of London, because it is where you get the fresh air and the exercise. Immediately on your right, you have a memorial to all animals who've been killed in wars throughout the years, 10 years old. Now Hyde Park, people go running there. Who died a few years ago, yeah. Elizabeth Taylor was married 9 times. What a woman. And she had 2 of her honeymoons at the Dorchester Hotel, so she must have liked it. Now Hyde Park, there is a lake in the middle of it called the Serpentine, and every year, on Christmas Day, people go swimming in that lake. It must be freezing. The temperature is 0 at that time of year. But the longer you manage to stay swimming in the lake, the more money you will make, which you give to charity. Oh yeah, that's a new sculpture there. I'm not quite too sure what it's meant to represent. I have to say modern art does... On your right, you see the black horses on top of the white building there. That is the arch to commemorate. In Green Park, they have very rarely any flowers planted there, because in the olden days, 500 years ago, lepers used to be buried there, and people in Green Park they have very rarely any flowers planted there, because in the olden days, 500 years ago, lepers used to be buried there, and people that is Leicester Square down there, which is pedestrian, so we can't go in there, but Leicester Square has in it a big building where you can get
There are stories of security lapse in Buckingham Palace. On getting up in one morning, the Queen finds a man sitting close to her head. "Who are you and what do you want?" she cried. The man answered, "I want a cigarette." By then, security guard overpowers him. Once a boy was found sleeping in the huge palace garden. The guard caught him. The boy said, "Sir, I thought such a huge garden is for public." Buckingham Palace guard has long black hat. If you can somehow knock it off, you will be knifed or gunned down. If you survive, you will find that the hat contains articles which you generally find in a lady's vanity bag. In this churchyard lie kings and queens and personalities like Charles Dickens. The churchyard is full. If any more queen is to be buried, either one grave has to be emptied here or she should be shifted to Windsor Castle. The London Eye is a large metal Ferris wheel. It is also known as the Millennium Wheel and is one of the largest observation wheels in the world. The Eye was opened in 2000. It is 135 meters high at the time it was built. That means 1999. It was the tallest giant wheel in the world, and at present it is the Europe's tallest Ferris wheel. It offered the highest public viewing point in London. It is the most popular paid tourist attraction in the United Kingdom. There are over 3.5 million visitors annually, and the Eye has made many appearances in public culture. The London Eye stands at the western end of the Jubilee Garden on the south bank of the River Thames between Westminster Bridge and Hungerford Bridge. It was built by Adam Jonas Jr., the great-grandson of Sir Adam Jonas, who built Big Ben.
Shard of glass. Shard of glass. Huh? Babu? Babu. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, short to go. Short to go. Hey, short. What's the short? Huh? What's the short?
সবচেয়ে বেশি বাড়িটা
এইটুকু
100 মিটার বললো না?
হ্যাঁ 150 মিটার সামনে গেলে কিছুই না মানে হাইয়েস্ট বিল্ডিং ইন ওয়েস্টার্ন ইউরোপ মানে পুরো ইউরোপ না ওয়েস্টার্ন ইউরোপ বললাম তো আমি nothing compared to
Generally, man gives marriage proposal to women. Sweetheart, will you marry me? In case of Queen Victoria, it was opposite. Being born, she proposed to Albert. Queen Victoria ruled for long 60 years, a record. Albert died prematurely at 42. Since then, Victoria wore black dresses only. Winston Churchill, besides being a legendary statesman, was a good humorist. One tough woman parliamentarian once said to him, "Had you been my husband, I would have mixed poison in your drinking water to kill you." Churchill coolly replied, "Had you been my wife, I would gladly drink that poison." If you are a celebrity in London, there will be a pub named after you. Actually, there is a pub named after Florence Nightingale, who never drank in her life. There are notorious lanes in London where if somebody snatches your hanky at one end of the lane, you'll get it back by the time you reach the other end if you pay ransom.
थोड़ा इधर और पास आओ थोड़ा और पास आओ और पास आओ और पास आओ तो ऐसे नहीं आ रहा और पास आओ ये ऐसा
There were notorious lanes in London where if somebody snatches your hanky at one end of the lane, you'll get it back by the time you reach the other end if you pay ransom. Winston Churchill, besides being a legendary statesman, was a good humorist. One tough woman parliamentarian once said to him, "Had you been my husband, I would have mixed poison in your drinking water to kill you." Churchill coolly replied, "Had you been my wife, I will gladly drink that poison."
हाँ भाई तो प्रणाम आपको आपकी शुभकामना और आशीर्वाद सब अच्छे से चल रहा है हमारा सीरियस से बात है।
प्रणाम है